Are you all set?
Close. I feel I'll last like 5 minutes, but I'll try.
Did you put bug spray on?
I did, yeah, all over.
Okay. Hey!
missed. Yeah, and you got to get this guy out. We've talked about his struggles all postseason. Coming into this game, 4 for 43. Big offer for Sasaki as well. He was actually at Rogers Center throwing during the Railroads. They were
Did not go. It's 3-0, and now you got to believe IKF's taking one here.
Yes. He hasn't drawn a walk in the postseason so far. He is 5 for 25 with 2 doubles.
So what I want you to do
Okay.
is determine.
It's in there, 3-1.
I like those little blocks you have. Okay.
Oh, you moved them? Okay, yeah, those are the spaces.
Yep.
I just want you to do pilot holes.
Okay.
So that's the pilot hole.
This guy?
Yep.
Okay.
And I want you to like make sure that they're even along all both sides. This
Okay.
isn't screw them in. This is just to put them.
To get
So-
it started.
These are like going to be a little shorter than the boards, like on each side.
And now the batter is Dalton Varsho.
Just for whatever reason. It's off by like a couple millimeters.
Okay.
But just
So
make
pick
sure.
where that's the center of this
Yeah.
block.
But also centered on these boards because we
Okay.
want them to be
Consistent.
consistent.
Kind of like what Guerrero did earlier in the night.
Just a heads up play with the
Wired strike for Cleveland. Took on the contract. They're trying to use that money to get Sasaki, who later today signed with the Dodgers. Feel for Hoffman to get Paez.
You want to make sure you got a little leeway to give yourself a First move was towards second.
Got a big lead. It's a punt for tomorrow, but with
Shane's got a good arm. He was a very good pitcher for them.
he's going to do it. He lines it into the right field corner.
Yeah!
It's a long run for Teoscar Hernandez. Schneider around third. The throw to the
Oh no.
is
out.
in time.
So probably what we'll do is we'll go from the end here now.
Okay.
But I need to do these long boards because those long boards are important because they need to be spaced randomly. Like because I don't have the exact measurement for that one.
Okay.
So I'll do these. There's 6 boards that will space evenly across there. And
Because
then
they're also going like this.
they're going right flat.
Oh, that way. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm doing these 6 boards.
Okay. Can I start prepping those guys on the ends?
Yeah.
High strike call, 3-1. So there are 2 outs for the batteries for Oscar Hernandez.
that middle one's really important.
Okay.
To get the middle one where you want it to go with the other spacing, and then we'll screw that one in so it'll be easier. So they don't move everywhere.
All right, 2 out. Player Hyman. Oh yeah, he's safe. Look at this. On.
Oh yes!
Wow! Oh my god, base is loaded! This is so insane. From here, just look at that. Woo! Man, what a series. Ah.
Training.
Ah. Play.
Hey, George. I'm gonna need that back.
Okay. Boy, Cole really got down the line, and I don't know that Kiner Falefa expected that kind of.
Sweet.
league has been intentionally walked.
Sure, millions of people trust Vistaprint to print business cards they love. Yep. But did you know we also print their t-shirts and postcards? And some, we print your brand on banners.
You think those look all even?
To keep them coming
Yeah,
back.
it's great.
Right now,
Really into the game.
To the bottom of the 16. Grab what you need and come on back.
The way the bullpens have stepped up. They left it for an 8-inning shutout.
In Jasper.
Can you pass me the
Every day with a new
wrench
lifelong memory.
on the table beside the laptop?
Got the
Stealing my line, Camisa.
Incredible what he has done. Both in the regular season and into the postseason, he has been.
Why is it getting worse? I don't understand why it's getting worse. It was a tiny drip and I tightened it. Now it's worse. We need the water off.
okay.
It's really interesting. He would sacrifice.
Easy move, that's the cutter. 21.
Yeah, that was a terrific hit. You know, the Dodgers still have 3 position players on the bench: Woodford, Kidd, and Dean.
Did he offer at it? The 2-0. Walk. 3-0 on Ohtani.
Mookie Betts to Rojas back to first base. It was bang bang at first, and the call on the field is that he is safe.
Fielder hitter. What do you think about trying to catch him? Flag sets. And again, the 3-2. Another one fouled off. A foul back on the play. This is Mark Meyer on the phone. As you see from the pitch count, it's not like Little had a quick pitches move forward. This game ended in the 12th inning when
I mean, you can't say enough things, man. He just took the ball, wasn't even on the roster last series, and came in, pounded the zone, got guys up.
Fairly. Little had at least 2 innings in him and kind of go from there.
Hey, give me a happy dance. You're done. You're done. You're done.
The Blue Jays lost.
Aw.
It's finger licking.
Or what? Looking pretty good.
Yeah. Gonna do one from this side?
No. Just don't want this to leak. So I'm doubling and tripling up the tape.
closed.
Oh, I didn't know that part was that far already.
What bar?
This part, I didn't look up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn the water on.
Okay. So opening up the water valves.
Yep. You open up the 2 water valves.
Yep. Little drip.
But when it was closed, it wasn't dripping.
It felt like
That's
yeah,
good.
That's fine. Oh, come down to the bottom here.
It's fine.
Okay. We have a shower! Woo!
Just in time. So the hose is a little thick, but
Oh.
pretty good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It took way longer than it should have.
But we did it.